Penguin Audio presents Deadbeat by Jim Butcher, read by James Marsters. Chapter 1. On the whole, we're a murderous race. According to Genesis, it took as few as 4 people to make the planet too crowded to stand, and the first murder was a fratricide. Genesis says that in a fit of jealous rage, the very first child born to mortal parents, Cain, snapped and popped the first metaphorical cap into another human being. The attack was a bloody, brutal, violent, reprehensible killing. Cain's brother, Abel, probably never saw it coming. As I opened the door to my apartment, I was filled with a sense of empathic sympathy and intuitive understanding for freaking Cain. My apartment isn't much more than a big room in the basement of a century-old wooden boarding house in Chicago. There's a kitchen built into an alcove, a big fireplace almost always lit, a bedroom the size of the bed of a pickup truck, and a bathroom that barely fits a sink, toilet, and shower. I can't afford really good furniture, so it's all second-hand, but comfortable. I have a lot of books on shelves, a lot of rugs, a lot of candles. It isn't much, but at least it's clean. Or used to be. The rugs were in total disarray, exposing bare patches of stone floor. One of the easy chairs had fallen over onto its back, and no one had picked it up. Cushions were missing from the couch, and the curtains had been torn down from one of the sunken windows, letting in a swath of late afternoon sunshine, all the better to illuminate the books that had been knocked down from one of my shelves and scattered everywhere, bending paperback covers, leaving hardbacks all the way open, and generally messing up my primary source of idle entertainment. The fireplace was more or less the epicenter of the slob quake. There were discarded clothes there, a couple of empty wine bottles, and a plate that looked suspiciously clean, doubtless the cleanup work of the other residents. I took a stunned step into my home. As I did, my big gray Tom, Mr., bounded down from his place on top of one of the bookshelves, but rather than give me his usual shoulder block of greeting, he flicked his tail disdainfully at me and ghosted out the front door. I sighed, walked over to the kitchen alcove and checked. The cat's bowls of food and water were both empty. No wonder he was grumpy. A shaggy section of the kitchen floor hauled itself to its feet and came to meet me with a sheepish, sleepy shuffle. My dog, Mouse, had started off as a fuzzy